Miss Jane, who gives us nothing. She gives us 1 article a season and yet somehow is able to afford her place in Manhattan. Go off. Sawadee to Konka. Dajahao. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I've decided to make something called mixed reviews. Ooh! What is mixed reviews, I hear you ask? Mixed reviews will be me reviewing various mixed race stuff, films, celebrities, shows, It's a work in progress, okay? I'm really hoping you can hear me over the birds. It's like a sound clash out here, okay? We're competing to be heard. On the first episode of my mixed reviews, I am reviewing The Bold Type, and in particular, Kat Edison. And I had to say that slowly because I keep wanting to say Kat Everdeen, but no, Edison. There will be spoilers of The Bold Type. If you've not seen The Bold Type, highly recommend. So The Bold Type is about 3 millennials who are trying to make it in the corporate world. They work for Scarlet magazine. We have Kat, who is the head of social media, Jane, who is a writer, and we have Sutton, who is in the fashion department. Let us highlight on Kat in particular because Kat herself is mixed race. Her dad is black, her mum is white, and it doesn't really play a huge role in her character development until one episode when we kind of get hit with all the racial identity crisis, all the am I mixed race, am I not mixed race, oh my god, I'm actually mixed race in one episode. In this episode we have Kat Everstein being offered the opportunity of being a director for social media. Now this is a huge thing. I really want to take this off because I feel rude talking in sunglasses. I don't know why. Kat is going for this director role as head of social media, and she gets asked by Alex, who is a writer within the magazine, whether or not she's going to put on her bio that she is the first black female to be made director at the magazine and also the parent company. This then sparks her identity crisis. Here we go. Now you're talking my language. Let's get this show on the road. And then the wheels fell off the car, and then I realised this road was actually not a road at all. It was a dirt track, and I'm better off walking because there were so many parts of her identity crisis that were, in my opinion, badly managed. Now, of course, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with what I'm about to say. The first thing that really kind of frustrated me, it was very open and shut. It started at the beginning of the episode and it was concluded by the end of the episode when we had other matters, for example, Jane's debate on if she wants pinstripe or not. However, you're talking about someone's race, their identity. I feel like it deserved a bit more than just an episode. At least give us like 2 or 3 episodes. I mean, we were out here debating whether Mr. Cheating Pinstripe was a good man or not for like a whole season, and you're only giving us 1 episode for her to decide if she's mixed race or black. Like, what's that about? What is that about? It annoyed me that her parents had raised her to be proud of both sides, and then that whole thing was then deemed to be wrong. Her parents had raised her in a really loving and nurturing way. The dad had even said that he didn't want her to face the same discriminations and problems he faced. The mum had said that she didn't want to be the sort of the white mum, she just wanted to be a mum. And then that was kind of viewed as a bad thing. And I didn't understand that because I thought it was amazing that this woman was raised to kind of see that she is mixed race. She's half black, she's half white. That is exactly how I was raised. That's how my mixed race friends were raised. We were raised to be proud of who we are, be true to who we are. And I loved seeing that in another character, and then to kind of have that sort of swept away and was like, oh, you did a trash job of raising her in that way. It really just... it didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well. Another thing with Kat's character is, I don't want to say this, but check your privilege. Of all the characters, she is by far the most privileged character. She has a flat in Manhattan that she pays 0 rent on. Her parents fund her. She has an amazing job as head of social media at a huge magazine. She's on coins. She is bringing in the bacon. And then she has her friends who aren't as fortunate as her. Like one episode, she told Jane to check her white privilege, which that's a whole different topic, whole different debate. But the point was, she was failing to realize how privileged she is, especially being a minority and a woman, like double minorities out here, although females aren't minorities, but we're treated like we are. check that. The main thing for me is the way in which she chose to identify as black. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you will know that me personally, if you're mixed race and you want to identify as a particular race of your mixes or however you want to identify, do you, okay? I say this all the time. I'm not here to police how you identify. But with her character, her identifying as black and not mixed race, yeah, it was disappointing, as I was looking forward to this sort of mainstream show that has a huge millennial following, to have someone proudly stand up and say, yep, I'm mixed race. I'm the first mixed race woman director at the company, or mixed race female director at the company. But she didn't. She stood up and said, I'm the first black female director. Like I said, do you, boo-boo, do you. However, I've got to pause because my back hurts. Okay, my back hurts. I'm old, I need back support, and there is none on this bench. I am boiling, okay? Who told me to wear a jumper in the heat? This isn't even normal heat. This is heat wave heat. Okay, I am dying out here. I have no water, just burns. When she identified as black, she said something along the lines of, right now it is better to embrace this part of me, or it suits me to embrace. I can't remember the wording off by heart. There's no Wi-Fi here for me to even check. My interpretation was, I'm choosing this side for right now. And that just did not sit right with me at all, because for me it came across as if race is something you can pick and choose, as if she's like, well, today I'm this race and tomorrow I'll be this race. Like, no, that's not how it works. I didn't like that at all. I wish she had stood up and said, I'm black because I'm a proud black woman, not in this whole I'm picking it today and tomorrow I might change my mind. I think her mixed race journey oversimplified what it is like to be on an identity crisis. I feel like they wrapped it up way too soon. I wish they spent a lot more time on it. Like I said, we had time being spent on Miss Jane, who gives us nothing. She gives us one article a season and yet somehow is able to afford her place in Manhattan. Go off. And then we have Sutton and her living everyone's dream life. Girl is Miss Privilege out here. She's Miss Best Life, okay? She is out here thriving, but yet still finds problems to complain about. Like, girl, please, you're literally living the dream. And then when we had an actual real life topic that we could have got our teeth into, we spent zero time on it. And I was like, really? But don't get me wrong, there were many other things in the show that they did spend a lot of time on, which I was happy about. For example, Jane's cancer storyline. And with Kat, there was a very, very good racial profiling part. With that part, we've got Kat, who's campaigning to be the local councillor, and she's racially profiled as being a potential thief / burglar, just because she is a non-white person in a predominantly white area or predominantly rich area. So my overall of the mixed race handling in the Bold Type is, it was a bit, could have been better. I wish there was more focus on her actually being mixed race. I wish there was more focus on her finding her identity rather than a quick slap bang wallop. Give us something so that when mixed race kids are watching this and they can think, oh, I went on that journey and I also identify as black, or I also identify as mixed race, or I also identify as whatever the race may be. Something relatable on my mixed review dar. It could have been a whole lot better. It should have been a whole lot better, and hopefully the next people will do better. That's what I thought. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with anything I have said. Hopefully you can hit me, because if I get to editing and you haven't heard a thing, I'm gonna cry. That's the end. Hit the like, the share and the subscribe. As always, have a blessed time, and until next time, Saudi Tuk Konka Sajien. Goodbye everyone.